Good morning. We have beautiful Brendan. He's a photographer, and he lives not too far from me, around the corner.
Yeah, I just opened a studio called Aureus
Yes.
Art Studio.
And how long have you opened a studio for?
1st of January. Well, 30, yeah. New Year's Eve, I got the keys.
Yes, yes.
And then it's just been go time ever since.
Yeah, good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But where were you before you set it up there?
Well, I used to have a photography studio in Sydney called Studio Blueprint. And that was about 7 years ago, or just before COVID.
Yes.
And then I had that studio for 2 years, and then COVID basically just came and destroyed that business.
Oh, a lot of people closed up business.
Yeah. And then I went through a bit of a period of grief because my whole life was wrapped up in that studio, like all my friends, my business, my identity, everything was just kind of, because I left the fitness industry, went straight into photography and studio management, and I was just all in for 2 years, just building a business. I had no money. I just started, I just went straight into it. And then when COVID just kind of stopped it, I just was just in a hole for like about 6 months. I just didn't know what to do. Like I had no energy. I think it was actually depression is what I had, because I was just severed from my my purpose. And then I ended up breaking up with my partner, and then I went on a bit of a road trip around Australia in a bus for about a month during COVID, just driving around, park and go to national parks.
Probably the best for everybody, because those who don't get locked up.
Yeah, and there was no one around. So I'd go to these beautiful places and be the only person there.
The whole world was to yourself.
The whole world.
Everyone was being blocked and dictated.
Yeah. And then the weirdest thing was my cousin was like, hey, why don't you come to London? Because London was opening up, right? Australia was kind of getting locked down. And because I have a dual passport, I decided to move to London during COVID.
Oh, how did it go?
Well, everyone, at the time, you couldn't leave Australia. Remember Australia had that lockdown?
Yeah.
And you couldn't leave. I managed to get an exemption to leave the country. Everyone thought I was batshit crazy.
Oh,
they were like, "Why?"
Good on you. It's the craziest one is the one that makes difference in their lives.
And then the only vision I got was I kept getting these visions of an old sailing ship going through a storm and coming back safely.
Oh, wow.
And I just had that feeling, right? And so I was like, okay, book the ticket. And that's the only thing that gave me energy. I went through this 6-month period of not having any energy, just dull. And then COVID, my cousin said, come to London. It's opening up. You'd be fine.
Wow.
Booked a one-way ticket to London. My mum was crying. Everyone thought I was going to die because everyone was super scared of COVID at that time.
Yes.
And I had no...
We were all in fear.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I was like, this is not going to affect me. I'm not going to let this hamper what I want to do. So I booked a ticket, flew into London, and it was Guy Fawkes. I think it was I can't remember the date it was, but it was Guy Fawkes Day, where they have, when he tried to blow up Parliament.
Okay.
Yeah. So flew into London, fireworks everywhere. It actually went down into their 4th lockdown in London. But the weirdest thing was they were in lockdown, but no one was enforcing it. So I would just literally go into London. I was shooting documentaries. I was doing photo shoots. I was walking around London. No one was like... I'm
sorry to cut you, but would have been the best photographers. Yeah. Because, photographs, there's nobody. Usually it's so full of people.
Well, what I was doing, my friend was doing a homeless experiment. So I was shooting a homeless documentary. Oh, my God. And to be honest, during COVID, it was super hard for the homeless because nothing was open.
Yes.
In winter, London, all the shops were closed. So these guys were just on the streets cold, and there was only a few little shelters open. Because normally they go to toilets in shopping centres. They get food from all the shops. Super hard for the homeless during COVID.
Wow.
And then, so I ended up getting a job when it all opened up again. And what happened is I knew that the reason I had to go to UK is because my family lineage is Scottish and English and Spanish.
Yes.
And I realized I had to do a lot of family trauma healing.
All right.
Because my dad came from Scotland. They were like really like, poor, lots of abuse, and they came out here in the 50s. So I had to go back and clear all that lineage. And I was at a dinner party and I met this crazy doctor, and she goes, hey, like I'm actually working in a little town in Scotland not far from where you need to go, because I had this energy healing session about a year before, and the person said, you have to go to Findhorn, which is this energetic spot in Scotland. And my family, and that's where your family lineage comes from. That's where the Druid energy comes from. And she said, if you need to do a clearing, you have to go there. So I drove from London to Scotland, which is about 10 hours, stayed at her house, and then we drove from her house to Findhorn, which is another 10 hours. And we did this massive big like lineage clearing. On the way up, I was getting sick with fear. Like I had to go to the toilet every 20 minutes. I was getting my body knew it was going to go through some type of...
It's like discharging.
Discharging, yeah. And I knew something big was going to happen. And then we ended up finding this special place on the beach, and we made a fire, and we just did this ceremony, and we broke all the ties of the trauma and all the negative mindsets and all the poverty mindsets. And before that, like I'd see like a Lamborghini, and I'd like, oh, that's so garish, that's so like ugly because it's a waste of money. And when I came back to London after doing the family lineage clearing, I was like, that's interesting. That person has that much wealth in their life. Amazing. Maybe one day I can have that in my life as well. So it's kind of completely shifted.
Yes.
My my whole perspective around wealth.
Yes.
And then what happened is I was like, because London was opening up, and I thought, I really want to do the Camino. Have you heard about the Camino?
Oh, Camino, yeah, Camino de Santiago.
Yeah.
See, so you walked that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
So I did it in, I think it was like October, November, and there was no one on the Camino. Like literally, I started walking by myself.
Yes.
And I ran into like a girl one day.
Yeah.
She stayed with me, Marie, and then I ran into another Scottish guy, Cameron, and it was us three on the Camino. We probably ran into about 10 or 15 people in the whole Camino.
Right. How long did it take you?
A month.
A month.
So we did from Lisbon to Santiago. So a whole month, 600 kilometres.
Wow.
And that was a huge journey, because I was also, when you walk for so long, you're purging energy. You're moving energy through your body, using energy as an energy source like that to move. And I remember doing some clearing, and I was putting loud music on and just climbing these mountains to get rid of this rage. I had rage in my body that I had to move for my lineage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I cleared all that, and I even hurt my ribs because I was that vigorous.
Basically, it's a pilgrimage of a trip, the Camino de Santiago.
Yeah. And there's so many lessons that you learn. I recommend, if anyone wants to go to Europe for the cheapest holiday, you literally €10 a night for accommodation, and then a couple of euro for a good wine, and a couple of euro for a good bit of food.
I heard that there is a church or some nuns that wait to accommodate you as well when you get to a certain point.
Yeah, well, there's albergues, which are little dorms that you can stay along the way.
Okay.
So, yeah, there's heaps of them. So you can just rock up. But when we went, they're all closed because there was no one around.
Yes.
So we're knocking on the doors, calling little old ladies in the night time, and they'd run in and let us in. And it'd be just us three in this big dorm by ourselves. It was amazing.
Oh, wow. And so the ceremony that you did in Scotland, what does it require to proceed?
Well, it was more of an intuitive-led, I didn't really know what I was going to do. I just I knew I had to go there.
Yes.
And the doctor I was with, she was very in tune with energy. So she kind of just did a ceremony with drumming and music and fire.
All right.
And we so the main thing for me was just being there, receiving, while she kind of worked around.
It's a really basic traditional things in many traditional societies.
Yeah.
I mean, we sit by fire,
Yeah.
we sing in the night, and we gather together,
Yeah.
and that's like very fundamental thing that is not considered ceremony, but it's like a habitual thing that at the end of the day, it's almost like it's pretty much cleansing
Yeah.
before you go to bed so peacefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was pretty, but we had to drive back. We drove back
Yeah.
that night. Like
Yeah, I mean, 20 hours driving.
Yeah, it was manic. It was crazy. But she was a doctor and a surgeon, so she kind of was just, she was fine. But it was pretty profound. And I just trusted and it just unfolded. You know, when you fully trust, just,
Yes.
So anyway, so I did the Camino.
Yes.
And that was a whole big journey. And that was also connecting to my Spanish side and my Portuguese side, that lineage. So I felt like I really went over to honour that part of my family.
Yeah.
And so many lessons along the way. Like every day you have a little lesson. Like,
of course.
you know?
I mean, just meeting one person saying hello.
Yeah.
You learn about someone, even if it's for 5 minutes, just one thing they say as well. You know, it can trigger you to learn more about yourself or like to accumulate knowledge at least.
Yeah. Well, Marie, the girl that I was with, she really thought about everything that she wanted to bring on the Camino.
Yes.
So, because the thing is, the heavier your backpack, it's a metaphor for life, right? The more weight you have, the harder it is to walk.
Yes.
So she had like toothbrushes that she cut the toothbrush in half so she could just use a little toothbrush. Instead of having a big toothpaste, she had a little one. So she just minimized everything, and her backpack was like 12 kilos.
Yeah.
When I started, mine was 20 kilos. And like when you're walking, 14, 15, 25, 30 Ks a day, that extra weight creates so much more. So I just ended up throwing half my stuff away because I just didn't want to carry it.
Yeah.
So there's all these metaphors throughout life.
It's true. It's true. Some of the things that we make also really big is the burden we carry in our mind, the overthinking.
Yeah.
And if you don't learn to switch mentality of thinking that, I mean, not necessarily that you have to not suffer. I mean, suffering is a part of our journey, which make us appreciate how joyous we can become. But I think the thing that we learned very profoundly is that switching a mentality from carrying a heavy load into I'm going to walk in the sand. I better be as light as a feather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like a flowing feather. You have to really tread so lightly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just struggle after struggle after struggle. And then you feel really poor. No matter how much money you make, you can feel really poor because you're in a very bad state.
Yeah. Yeah. And we found that like also the weirdest thing is about time. So if we got up early and walked in the mornings, the time was so much like you do 4 or 5 hours worth of walking.
Yes.
And it would be easy. It'd be quick. Like it's just like it's the natural energy of the morning.
In the morning, yes, for sure.
But if we got up, like say we got up late and we, and then we were walking in the afternoon, that 3 or 4 hours in the late afternoon felt like 6 hours, 7 hours. Like time, it's weird how the time changed.
No, but also because the heat, you see, the day gets hotter.
Yeah.
And you're like, just tend to be slower.
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot longer. I mean, if you wake up at 4 in the morning and you start working at 4 in the morning, like it's colder and you just want to
you just want to get going.
Faster, warm up the body. And then after 2, 3, 4 hours, you realize, wow, this is really good walking. And the sun has just turned up.
Yeah.
And time to rest for breakfast and then keep going again.
And I remember that they do have really beautiful citrus in Portugal.
Oh, yeah.
These massive oranges. And I did like a year of like living in London with no sun.
Yes.
And I needed vitamin D. Like I really needed it. So I remember just having like these massive oranges, big orange juices every day just to get me get the the minerals back in my body.
Yeah, I mean it has natural sugar.
Yeah.
It has so many great things in it. Wow, what a journey.
Yeah.
And what does it do to you now when you look back?
Well, it gives me this confidence. Like I know I can put a pair of boots on and I can walk to Sydney if I want to. Like it changes your mindset because you go, you know what, I can, like walking 5K now doesn't, like that's nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like it just changes your whole mindset. Like, okay, cool. Well, if I could walk Sydney's, probably 1,000 kilometres, probably take me a month and a half if I wanted to walk there, but I could do it.
But does it change you know how in the Western world, everything is like, just to go to the supermarket, because I don't come from a Western world, to go to the supermarket, they drive. And when I have seen a mentality in Australia, it's like walking is for poor people.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm thinking, walking, this planet is made for walking. This is how I was raised to understand. So when a car coming at a fast speed, I'm thinking, like, you're not with the nature to think that this planet is made for walking. You think you own a car and then you're more superior than a pedestrian.
Yeah.
And so when I see people think that walking is considered something like, because you're poor, you don't have a car, you have to walk to go shopping. I think this is quite a really weird mentality, and to a degree, I think it's pretty stuck.
Yeah,
it's very stuck, because does it change how you see walkers now when you don't have to take your transport vehicle to go everywhere?
Well, I don't know. It's hard because Australia is such a vast place.
But also, it's very wasteful country. Do you know? So many things get thrown, not because it's broken.
Yeah, because they want something new.
Yes.
Yeah, we live in such a weird, like, the Northern Rivers is an interesting place. Like, there's people, they're lovely, but also there's this entitlement sometimes as well. And, because I work in customer service a lot in a health club, and I get so many people that they care and they're lovely, but they're so opinionated. And it's like if there's one little thing out, they about it, and they feel like they want you to jump at their demand.
The sense of entitlement.
Yeah. So it's an interesting place to live in this Northern Rivers, I think.
Too much privilege.
Yeah.
Because I think we probably fail to appreciate the smallest little details about what positive we have for each other here. And so we don't acknowledge that. So we tend to, when life is so comfortable, we are not in a war bubble.
Yeah.
We are in a really little slice of paradise.
Yeah.
And when we take it for granted, we just don't wake up every morning and say, oh my God, I am here, I'm so grateful. And we just gonna go to the little details about people and try to pick what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
And because this doesn't suit me,
yep.
You need to adjust. I mean,
and that's why we need to do these self-initiation things like the Camino.
Yes.
Some people do Vipassana, where they don't talk for 12 days.
I mean, for people who can't afford to go traveling, you can still do little things like occupy yourself, go dancing, go go play music somewhere. I don't know, to start something new.
Yeah, but I think what the thing about society at the moment is we don't have rites of passage anymore, right? So a man is a man when he's 18 because he's turned 18. There's no initiation, there's no rites of passage, there's no ceremonies, there's no testing him. So we've got these men that are like boys inside running around in the area or in Australia or in the world that haven't done the work on themselves. And that's why I think we're in a bit of a space we are now, because people don't go through the journey of life correctly, and we probably don't appreciate. Because once you go through hardship, once you go through like a challenge, you have a new appreciation.
Yes, for sure. You think? Would you think, like, it's so good that you mentioned the rite to passage, that a man, just become a man when he's 18, because lawfully, you are an adult, right?
Yeah.
What if modern society, because this idea actually spread, Western idea, right, spread to so many different places, different cultures to say once you're 18, you're an adult.
Yeah.
And there are cultures that the boy turned 13, they have a ceremony.
Yeah.
And they say, this is your passage to adulthood. And they do ceremonies. Here, they don't have it. So it's like, what if we erase this lawfully, whatever, on a stamp, to legality to say, you're a man when you're 18? Because every single person grows differently.
Yeah.
Providing there's their circumstances, situations, and family, whatever it is that they come from culturally. Some men grow a little bit later. Maybe they're 21 when they find out what they really want to figure out for themselves.
Yeah.
And some, their parents die. Let's say some boys, their father died when they were 5. They had to be a provider by the age of 10.
Yeah.
And then so the situation, the circumstances make them a lot more mature than a 21 years old who's like, have with the privilege. So if you just erase all this legality of waiting to be a man, so spoil yourself until you're 18 being a little boy.
Yeah.
I mean, suddenly jump into adulthood. And then now you have to pay all the bills, you have to manage all the money, and then you're going to be lost for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why they run and hide in games and alcohol and drugs and, you know, that type of thing. So
this is big problem in Australia.
Yeah.
The machine, what are you called? The gambling machines in the pub. Is it pubs?
Pokies, yeah.
Yeah, pokies. I thought pokies were to poke somebody when I first came here, and I didn't understand this was one of the language things in Australia. To poke.
Yeah, the gambling.
Yeah. But it was, I didn't understand it, and I thought you go and poke something. I don't know, the pool game, but it's not. And the photography thing. How does it? I mean, for you now, it becomes like a calling, right?
Yeah. So I guess
it's art, the practice of art through photography.
Yeah. So one thing I'm kind of starting to do a lot more of is nearly like rites of passage or milestones in people's lives. So it could be, you know, a woman's about to give birth, so we're doing a maternity shoot. We could do a love ceremony instead of a wedding. You know,
oh, that's beautiful.
Or someone's like a milestone birthday, a 30th or a 40th, and kind of looking at like a special moment in their life to kind of to capture. So that's something I'm kind of working on.
On your photography.
On my photography.
Yeah.
But I also work with a lot of archetypes and energy archetypes. So
can you explain that?
Yeah, so a lot of what I'm doing, like a lot of people come to me for whatever reason and they don't like their photo getting taken, right?
Okay.
Like every client is like, I hate my photo get taken. I need some photos for my business. I understand I need it. But so there's a resistance to being seen or witnessed. And for me, it's about creating a safe space for them to want to express themselves.
Yes.
But also if they're not where they want to be and they want to go to the next level, they need to embody a certain archetype. So that can be a queen, it could be anything they kind of want to bring in and embody. So it could be if they want to do dancing or if they want to do something that's resonating with them, but they haven't quite got it yet. So we might do a shoot where they dress up in a certain clothing and they actually step into what they want to be.
So this is interesting. So it's almost like something that they dream about or fantasize about, but then they always have maybe some restriction or fear, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But then you're saying to them, let's step out of that fear bubble and express it, and I'll capture it for you.
Yeah.
So it's like a little confession. I can be this. I can be a princess if I want to.
Yeah. And
it's
like,
beautiful.
It's like creating your own vision board. And then once you see a photo of yourself in that archetype or in that energy, you're like, well, that's me.
Yes.
So you have this energy, and then you kind of alchemize it, and that's the power. And And it's really important as well because, like, I'm a male and I shoot lots of females, but I shoot lots of men as well.
Yes.
But it's really important for women to be witnessed by the masculine. And that's part of the medicine as well because it's more edgy. Like most women probably feel more comfortable with a female photographer, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But as a male photographer, it's edgier, but the medicine's more potent because witnessing them in their full essence.
Oh, yes,
in
yes.
a safe container.
Oh, yeah. Women, we kind of know each other's bodies in a way, what we expect of each other. Yeah, it's a good point. And I did artist modeling professionally, and I still do.
Nice.
But I did for extent of years. And so they make sculptures and, sketches, painting, photography, and you name it. And sometimes I have to dress up as an island girl with baskets and the island fashion thing. I have to do that, and they take photos, so they want to paint it from the photographs as well because they're not going to be able to pay me for that long holding all the stuff. And it's one of the most interesting things. I did work with women and men, both genders of artists, and it's a lot of. I mean, it's a lot of challenge on my mental set, my mindset, to be from wherever I was in my comfort bubble, in my comfort zone, to sit or stand or be amongst that many artists staring at you, and you're in the center of it. And the nicest thing was that with all that experience, I always felt like I was the most important in that environment because I'm the model.
Yeah.
And they never tell me how to pose.
You just flow.
I just say, look, this is gonna be for the 5 minutes. I'm just gonna do this.
Nice.
Oh, 5 minutes. We always start 5 minutes and then 10 minutes and then 15
Is
minutes.
it live drawing?
Yeah, everything is live.
Right.
And some of them came with cameras. And like the hardest one is like sitting for 4 hours doing sculptures.
That's hard.
Oh, it is crazy.
Yeah.
And it's not easy. It's not easy to be butt naked sometimes.
Yeah.
And people doing that to you because you go through this, oh, do I look okay? Am I...
Yeah. Are the angles all right?
Yeah. And at the end, at first, I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'm not with the right shape. I don't have the best figure, and like I have this thinking in my head.
Yeah.
But the thing is like the fact that I kept being called for more jobs, and I realized after a few times, I don't think I should overthink that they're enjoying having me because one thing that they say right in the beginning is that my stone, it's so easy to see the contrast.
Ah, nice.
So when the light, the falls of light, it's easy to see the contrast. So it's easy for them to do the sketches. So that's one thing. But they've always been supportive of my present, and we're really easy like this, just like talking. So it's not. At the end, I learned to understand that. Okay, my boobs might be out there, but then they're not looking at my boobs as like it's a thing to go and grab.
Yeah.
They're just looking. It's like the part of the nose, you know. And so I started joking. I say, to erase the taboo of our private parts. I say. Even recently, I said to a friend, we should start wearing G-strings, put the G-string on our nose and see, covering the nose to see so we can erase the taboo. What if you walk around like that?
It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy.
Because we, this self-conscious thing is nice also to be aware, but it's also nice to sort of, as a woman, like you say, be like, it's okay, like learn to accept yourself so much more because we put so much judgment on ourselves.
Yeah.
All it is because we are afraid the guy is not going to like us or not going to like us enough. And it's so nice to hear your perspective.
Well, also, it's interesting how people think they're going to offend other people.
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the
Yeah,
things that we are
like-
so tiptoeing,
like-
not offending other people. And I'm thinking, oh my God, life is so short.
Because I love, like, my favorite thing, get up in the morning, go to the beach, go for a nude swim. Because
That's what happened in Byron.
Yeah,
I
and
used to do that.
and I did, yeah, and I love it. And for me, it feels so freeing. But I was with my partner the other day, and we went to South Golden.
Yeah.
And it was kind of during the day, and there was not many people around. But I didn't have my swimmers, and I was like, I want to get nude. She's like, no, people get angry.
Yeah.
And I was just lying on the beach, and people would kind of look at me like, oh, you're a naughty person. And I'm like, I'm just in the sun, enjoying. Like, I'm not sexualizing myself. I'm just being.
Yes.
And it's like we're so prudish in Australia, and it's like that's why I love Europe so much, because they're so more free.
Before COVID, long before COVID, in Byron, we used to swim naked a lot.
Yeah,
It was a few years ago. Somebody was. I think that what happened, there were some perverts really. At Niagara, they were.
but why does it always one or two people ruin it for everyone? Like,
I know why.
Why?
But also, why do we actually have to ban everyone
Yeah,
because of one bad egg?
Yeah.
That's also something that I question. I mean, for me, being here has been really nice, because I grew up. When I grew up, like we see our aunties with hanging tits,
Yeah.
like hanging breast. They just wear this tube skirt down there, and we bathe naked in the river. And the guys, our uncles, our cousins, are there pass by. They're not.
Yeah.
They know that they know we're naked, and
Yeah.
they just see
Yeah.
you just like this, and they
it's
keep
not
going
taboo.
about their business. Nobody is sexualizing things. For sure, I'm not saying people don't have sexual desires. Of course, it exists there, but once the culture is switched into thinking that not everything to be sexualized, there's a time for it.
Yeah,
There's space for it, and you become more like stressed out. You let things be.
Yeah.
Like, let him be naked. He's just being naked. He's just with his girlfriend there.
Yeah, just-
And let her feel sexy. Sometimes I just look at the beach and it's like, wow, beautiful woman, like so sexy. She's like so nice, like a princess there.
Yeah.
And one of my friends said recently to me, oh my God, Francesca, we were drumming. I went drumming at the I do sunset drummings, and one of my friends said, "Oh, Francesca, look at this beautiful woman there." I said, "Isn't she sexy?" And I can't help it to acknowledge it. He said, "You're not jealous?" I said, "Why should I be jealous? Like, she works so she must have gone to the gym, making her body look so beautiful.
Yeah.
As you can see, it's like toned, so beautiful." And I really appreciate people who do that to look
Yeah.
after themselves.
Yeah, 100%.
I said, "Why should I be jealous? Like, in any case, I like to see. It's very pretty, and I would like to be like that.
Yeah.
I'm not that good with going to the gym. I've never been to the gym, and so that sort of thing that I like to switch.
Yeah, and I think the important thing is, like, having beautiful women around in their natural essence. It's like, for me, it's like flowers, right?
Oh yeah.
You don't have to grab all the flowers and take them home and put them in a vase. They're there to be enjoyed, right? And I think that what happens in society is you see a beautiful woman, she's open and she's, like flourishing, and you're just meant to take her in like a beautiful scent. And that beautiful scent is what invigorates men, is what kind of like helps us become like it kind of like, for me, like it lubricates the joints. It kind of makes us kind of like it's like fuel, right?
It's I guess it's an appreciation. Of beauty, yeah?
And I think what happens is men get confused where they go, oh, there's a sexy person, I'm going to put my sexual energy onto that person, and then what that does is make her shut down.
Of course.
But if we could all just not do that and just let these beautiful women be, the men would be a lot happier because we're getting nourished by these beautiful women.
Also, we're not feeling like you're being perverted on us. And I like it when men notice my presence and they come and say, say nice things, but they look at me in the eye.
Yeah.
They actually come and say hello. They're not like trying to look at you, pretend they don't look at me,
Yeah.
and they don't see you, but they still a look, which is very awkward.
Yeah.
So I think if I prefer that if someone notice me, make eye contact, come and shake my hand. Say
Yeah.
hello. I will say hello. It's like you're not trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, it's so simple. I mean, what's the worst thing? Is just, we're gonna have a nice conversation.
Yeah.
That's can I pause for you?
Please.
Be
Thank
nice.
you.
And this is with photography, right? I'm so intrigued by your work, and now that you talk more, what do you think the result is after you do the photos for the clients? What do they say when they see the photos?
Well, it's life changing for them. Like some people have like it's
great.
it's transformative, and I actually my photography is modality. It's its whole transformative modality. So people they go through something, so they're attracted to my work.
Yeah.
But there's an edge to it because it's some of it is, like to be witnessed in your full sexual energy is quite edgy for a lot of people, even to go there.
Oh yes.
And a lot of people can be like for a lot of people that's taboo.
But because this is on a screen,
It's on a screen,
Yeah.
but it's also, what will my partner think, or like what will other women think? So there's a whole taboo thing that people are
afraid
going,
of judgment.
but they go through it, and it cracks them open, and they get witnessed in their essence, in a safe place,
Yeah.
and then they get these images where they're wanting to be in a certain residence, and I bring them to that residence, and they alchemize that. So every person's journey is different, but a lot of people just be like, wow, like, they just,
I think the wow is more about themselves.
Yeah.
Like, wow, that's me.
that's me.
That's me.
That's me.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, and for me, it's just getting them into it's a comfortable space
Yes.
where they can just be themselves,
Yes.
to drop their mind. And I always like people to move. I like people to, like, I always say, if you're smiling, like as soon as you smile, if you're holding it for more than 2 seconds, it's fake after that, right? So for me, it's about like getting people moving, getting a photo where it's real, and then keep moving, keep fluid, because energy's fluid. If you're just there, stopped, the energy's stagnant.
For sure.
So I like to get them out of the head. I like to keep them moving. I like to have fun, and then after they're like, whoa, that didn't even feel like a shoot. That just felt like us having a conversation.
Time passed really quickly as well.
And often we're in beautiful places, beautiful nature.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And
So you use studio lighting and natural lighting as well, yeah?
yeah, I like.
That's beautiful.
It's interesting because the nature is really beautiful because it's raw, it's more natural, and we're like in beautiful spaces, and also it gives us. I call it doing a photo shoot, giving you a permission slip. You can wear a crazy dress at the beach. You can wear anything you want, and you can be whoever you want. And because you're in a photo shoot, you can step out of your normal self into this persona of yourself in a different area. You have this confidence because you're in a photo shoot. It's really weird.
But it's so interesting you say that, because this is the very essence of Byron.
Yeah.
It's I'm not sure, like, if you have got a grasp of what I experienced in Byron. The essence of Byron is like all the characters that we are. Let's say, like, Cool, the hula hoop guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Without him, or Shanti, the guy who walks with the cowboy hat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Without Shanti, without Cool, there was once Mr. Beautiful. There's other characters that are very dear to me as friends, and some of them are coming to the drum circle, and it's always my dancing partner. Ladies, in their 80s.
Yeah.
Men in their 80s, but we dance. You see them in a dancing scene. There are certain characters that, if they were not in Byron, to be themselves, to be who they really are, dress however they want, and spread joy the way they want, Byron wouldn't be the character that it is.
Yeah.
And when you talked about come with whatever costume you want, step out of this comfort zone and be something that you've dreamed of to be. That's exactly what I think the essence of Byron is, that if you want to be a peacock today,
Yeah.
just be one, dressed up in whatever your rainbow colors, with all these beautiful, flashing look of colors. And then the next day, if you want to just be all in white like a white rabbits in the snow, you can also be, and
Yeah.
no one cares.
Yeah.
Baron. Really nobody
Yeah.
cares. And I like that you are doing this photography in this way, because it's similar to the acting,
Yeah.
because people has to be in service of character,
Yeah.
and of course you're not performing, you're just being yourself.
But you have permission to be yourself.
Of course.
And that's why I always, when someone asks me about a shoot, I'm like, okay, like it starts.
Yes. How do you explain to them when they become curious about your shoot?
Well, I ask them first thing, what do you want to express? What is what's there that wants to come out?
Oh, nice.
And then I say, well, once we say we're going to do a shoot, it starts the process. Things start to bubble up. Things start to like, oh, I don't know about this, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Insecurities. And it's their process to get past it.
Yes.
And some people inquire about shoots and they don't book because they get too scared.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I get a few, like a lot of people, like when someone comes to me,
Don't be
shy.
Don't be.
But it's just like when someone says I'm ready, like, it's such a powerful thing, because they've probably been following me for a year, 2, 3 years, and they've finally got the courage to book a session with me. But when they're ready, it's like it's a powerful thing. And I'll kind of think about, okay, like what location is calling you? Do you feel like you want to be in the studio where it's more controlled, contained, insular? Do you want to be expansive in nature? Is there a power spot in nature? There's so many beautiful nature spots around here.
Yeah.
What do you want to wear? What's resonating with you? I want to wear all white. I want to wear all colors. I want to be peacock, whatever. Is there a necklace is there a talisman that's really important to you right now? Is there an archetype that you want to call in? Is there any inspirational photos that you've seen that you really want to embody? This all gets people going.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, it's a funny thing, when there's an outside shoot, the weather is a big factor as well, right? But my thing is, I will always shoot regardless of the weather, because you get, like, when you're doing a shoot, the weather works with you and it gives you what you're meant to get.
Yes.
So the clouds will come in, or it will open up and the sun will come through for that 10 minutes that you're.
I mean, you can sometimes take a picture with someone walking in the rain, and it's depending of what artistic vision you see in that very moment, you capture the best photographs, and so it like you say, the weather works with you, or you tune into it, and it's just you figure it out.
And also you have to let go.
Yes.
Because people have these like, oh, I've got to get, like, and I understand when I'm shooting businesses, they do need certain certain images. But often when you let go and surrender, the inspiration comes and you get beautiful photos that you never thought you would have got because it was cloudy. Because everyone thinks, oh, like, I want it to be sunny, I want it to be bright. But that light's the worst photos to shoot in, because people are like squinting. So what you want is early light, early morning,
and sunset
light, or overcast day, beautiful diffused light.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, same thing. If you like, when I take photos of my paintings, I don't do it on a bright sunny day. I have to have an overcast day that is permanently the same thing for the next few hours, because I can't just take one photo at a time. So I have to like line up the paintings and take pictures under overcast. Weather, and so the light is even.
Yeah.
So that's how you actually get the best photos of all the colors and stuff as well. But what is the difference shooting a man and a woman in a physical confidence, mental confidence as well? What did you notice the difference between the two? Because you are shooting male to male now.
Yeah, which is something I've called in more of. With women, they tend to flow.
Right.
Like they're kind of like, they can kind of move and flow. Where a lot of men are a bit more grounded, a bit more stationary.
Yes, like
Yeah,
the macho thing comes out. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to really like soften them up a little bit. I have to get them moving, get them in their body.
How do you make them do that?
I do.
Is it a challenge or?
Well, sometimes I do drumming. So normally I start with a ceremony of doing. I've got a shamanic drum, kangaroo hide, and I do like drumming, and that gets them into their body.
Okay.
I do some breath exercises to get them into their body. And then depending on why they're there, I tap into the energy. Like, so I might say they wanted a client, a particular client that they're shooting. We think about, okay, let's visualize that client. Let's imagine them in, say, 6 months' time, walking down the street, running into you, and they say to you, "Hey, thank you so much for your offering. It changed my life." So it's tapping into future timelines and bringing that gratitude into now.
Yeah.
And that's a really powerful way to get them present. Yes. And just understanding like all the work they've done.
Yes.
Because booking a photo shoot, like, people don't see the value, right? Like, they'll spend money on a dinner. They can go out for a dinner a couple of times a month, and they spend what a photo shoot would be. But for them to invest in a photo shoot is out of the norm. Or they'll book, they'll buy a bottle of alcohol for whatever and a couple $100. So men a little bit less. Yeah, there's a trend now where the people are starting to invest in that type of thing, but it's breaking the mindset. Like they'll book an experience and not have anything to show for it afterwards. Where with me, they get an experience, but they also get these amazing photos that will last forever.
Yeah.
So it's interesting place to be.
Have you ever taken? I used to do a photography thing as well, and what I enjoy most out of photography is taking candid photos.
Yeah,
it's just the best because no one's posing, and it's like unmapped territory, and so kind of really nice. Like you can be in a crowd of 200 people, and then somebody's just doing something repetitiously, and then you just but there is a section of that repetition that it's just so perfect for photography, and then you have to take 2,000 photos to get like nice 10 of the best. And sometimes it's just incredible feeling when you look through all the photos and go, this is the one. This is the one. And then some people, for what you think is the best shot, and some people's like, I don't like that of me.
Yeah.
I prefer this one of me.
Yeah.
How does it affect you when you thought this was like from artistic point of view, this is the one for me as an artist, and then the client said,
Yeah, it's an interesting one. And it's a balance because obviously when I give photos to someone, they don't get to see all the photos because if I shot, say I did a photo shoot for you for half an hour, I'll probably shoot 200-300 photos.
Yes. I know. Yeah.
But of that 200 or 300, there's going to be ones that are blurry, ones that are out of, that the lighting's not right.
Yeah.
There's no point showing you those ones.
No, of course not.
So then I would whittle it down and probably show you the top 20, 30, 40. And then after that, I really have to surrender and let you decide what you like the best. But then I'll also, if I have their blessing, will still showcase the photos that I resonate with the most because that's my style.
Yeah.
And they can do what they want with their photos.
With the other ones.
Yeah, but you have to let go. Like, I've because when I'm shooting, I look at a photo and it's like, number one, the composition, number two, the lighting, the shadows, and then also the energy. But they're probably just looking at the energy. You know,
Yes.
so it's not, and that's why sometimes an accident is beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's not really an accident
No.
because it's part of our behavior to be, and it's a choice as well how to behave.
Yeah.
Where we want to take ourselves into, and the what's the most profound emotion you've ever encountered in people when you're doing shoots? Because some people, for what my experience, they get emotional. I have taken photos of a guy that I used to see at the bus stop in Byron. There was an old bus stop in Byron in Johnson Street,
Nice.
opposite the like right in front of the tourist information center, opposite the community center, like sort of towards the rail. And that was the main bus stop before, and all the international people coming to Byron, they would stop there. And there was this man who would always I see him there, and he was in his maybe early 30s or so, and I just, maybe he was living roughly, I'm not sure, but he was always there and alone, almost like people afraid to approach him. And whenever I see him there, and I would just candidly take shots of him. And one day I printed, like I just thought, like I really captured his essence this time. He wasn't smiling, he wasn't doing anything, he was just being himself. No certain expression, but it was like, this is the man that he's just a living being, like all of us have a story, but he's just being a person, just him. And I thought, that's the one photo that I want to print, and gave it to him. And I printed. One day, 2 months later, I found him there, and I gave it to him. I said, I have something for you. And he started crying.
Beautiful.
And he saw me again about maybe almost a year later, and he said, thank you so much. So I gave it to my mom, and my mom was crying.
Oh, nice.
And because he said that was the son that she knew, and that meant a lot, because it's something that evokes. It's very evocative response from him. Have you ever that sort of experience?
Well, there's two things that come to mind. I remember in India. So I went to India for a month, and I was just taking photos randomly. And I just saw this really interesting old man. He must have been about 80 or 90.
Yes.
And I took this photo of him. And I just thought to myself, maybe there's so much poverty in India.
Yes.
This could be the first photo ever taken of this guy. You know, like, and I think I didn't actually show him the photo. I just smiled, gave him a little bit of money. And I think he just was like, what, like that there's a Westerner that's intrigued in just taking his photo.
Yes.
And I think that was a really beautiful experience. Just to be like, out of the billions of people in India, like I'm there, and like he's kind of chosen, and I've taken it.
Yes.
So that was really kind of a profound experience. But the other one I had was actually here with a friend, and she was gone through a divorce.
Yes.
And was kind of finding her sexuality again. And I did this photo shoot with her, and it was so raw. Like we were kind of down by the beach. She was in like a beautiful dress, and she was just like putting like wet sand and mud all over her. And I was just holding space for her just to be in her own Euros. And then from that photo shoot was the first time that she had a big breakthrough, and then started to do coaching, like started to do, it just shifted her whole, it unlocked this Euros life energy inside her. And it changed her life completely. Like she changed jobs, she started doing other things that she really wanted to do.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And the photo shoot, I think, was the catalyst for that change.
Oh, wow.
So you don't know where it's going to go.
Yes. And the effect on people's life is so amazing. Wow.
But I tell you what is really profound. I've started a self-portrait challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So every couple of months I get a group together and we do a self-portrait. So you take a photo of yourself every day for a month.
Yes.
Right? And you put it into the group.
Yes. Wow, that's fantastic. How did it go?
It goes really well. It always goes differently. So like some people find it really, really hard.
You're still doing that?
Yeah, I do it. I do it like once or twice a year.
Okay.
Because it takes a lot of energy to hold.
Yes, for sure.
But like I have people that start it, they can't finish it. Like I get people that have really profound, like they because a lot of people I attract are the ones that don't like their photo getting taken. So taking a photo of yourself every day is really confronting for a lot of
documenting. Yeah.
And it's also like a creativity thing. It's going through your own blockages, and it's the only time that you're the muse and also the artist at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And it flips everything. You start looking at yourself. You start looking at your environment. You start looking at yourself, and it's a really beautiful process. Then so I do that every now and again, and it's pretty profound.
And how for you, how is it that experience that you're looking at your own image being projected every day? Like, what does it do to you to look back as the artist, but also like because you're stepping out, into the photographs, and then basically you're looking into, like you say, into your environment, into your condition on that period of time every day.
Yeah.
You're like the outsider now, observing your own self in that frame of photographs. How does it do?
Well, number one, it humbles me because it makes me realize what people go through to be photographed. So that's a really beautiful thing. It also creates more creativity in my life because I'm shooting for fun.
Yes.
I'm not shooting because someone's paying me. I'm not trying to I'm just doing it because it's a self-expression. So then I start looking at things. I walk into a room and like, okay, how would I want to be photographed in this room? And I just let the inspiration lead me wherever I go. And I might see, like sometimes I see a bit of light on the wall. I'm like, fuck, I love that light.
Yeah.
So I put myself against that light and and then it's also, I have to let go of trying to look good. Like,
oh God. And this is the thing with girls.
Yeah.
With us girls, we're like so fussy.
Yeah.
You would have noticed that, right?
And what I do, I say limit, guy. You can only take maximum 5 photos, and you have to post the best one, because people get caught up in perfectionism.
Yeah.
And sometimes who cares if you look a bit fat? Who cares? Like, sometimes the energy of the photo is great because you just relax and it's natural. But when you're trying to be hot and sexy and provocative,
oh no, it's impossible.
Yeah.
I mean, you would be hot. Like, look, some. I have not that many female friends. I have a lot of male friends, and what I notice as well, I'm really intrigued by people from different cultures, and like part of the culture that I really like is dance.
Yeah.
Different dances from all around the world. And one of the things that I really, really like, feel so fascinated by, is belly dancing. My goodness, you see some belly dancers, right? They're like really slim. They've got the perfect dream body because they're young.
Yeah.
And they have all of that, and then some of them are more mature and they have the belly to really show it and like make it float and moves. It really like belly thing that shows, and it's sexy.
Yeah.
It's sexy, and you can have the slim, beautiful, perfectly toned body and it's still sexy. Of course, whichever way it's sexy, but it's the way that they move that fascinates me. So freely flowing,
and the confidence.
Yes, freely flowing, that is so flirtatious. And I feel like it's not flirtatious in a bad way. It's like I feel like, oh my God, I just feel so beautiful as a woman. And the thing is, the perfectionism in this constantly erased, because I'm no longer looking at who's perfect. Everything is perfect.
Yeah.
In its own way, and because it's meant to be, because it's the nature of us. And I learned that some of us with the genetic imprint, that we are, as girls, we are so good. Like, our best body shape is from the age of 13 to 15. We're like, by genetic, we are just like it's the best period for our body dream figure. Or
Yeah.
let's say if we dream of being like this modern woman with nice slim, say whatever,
Yeah.
whatever bullshit we have, right? So some of us by genetic from 13 to 15 is like the best, and some of us all our life we're just so lucky to
Yeah.
stay almost in the same figure all our life. And some of us, I don't know, I don't know if you've noticed, we don't look that good when we were young, but when we get older, we just look so pretty. And so men, the same thing.
Yeah.
Some men, when you like, I have friends like I thought like they're not so special when they were young, and then I looked at them, they're in their 50s, like what have they done? They're looking even better. They look more good looking as they grow older. Some ladies in their 60s, they look absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that they don't have wrinkles. I'm not saying they look younger. But with aging, there are some people that age just so beautifully.
Well,
and so you cannot define perfectionism at whatever age.
Yeah. I think it's because the older they get, the more they are in tune with who they are. So it's more of them. You know, like when they're young, sure, the genetics might be on their side, but they're trying to fit into a mold but when you're 40, 50, 60, you don't give a shit. Like you're kind of like, this is who I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to wear whatever I want to wear. I'm going to wear my hair how I want.
Yeah, but so there's some people just like they possess this timeless charm. Charm in a way. I mean, physical charm, charmless beauty. You know,
Yeah.
about them.
But I think you have to love yourself though.
Of course.
Because if if you're 40 and trying to get Botox and getting all these things, and like you're going to look bad.
I mean that I don't know how this Botox stuff works, but I guess it doesn't last. It can't hold you. Apparently, it moves around because it's an injection, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't. They say it's dissolved, but I don't think so
Doesn't.
because some people say that it moves around to some part of your body.
And the guys don't like it.
Oh really? Also,
Like-
I had a chat with friends here after we jam a few weeks ago, and they were all like younger than myself, and we have a talk about this because I was the only girl, and then so I asked them, genuinely asked them, because they're very comfortable friends to talk with, and they're all male, and every single one of them say we don't like it.
Yeah, we don't like it.
And I said, but come on, like I said, come on, what if if it was me, and then like I'm playing with your mind. I said, what if it was me, and I'm your really good friend, like, and you're not gonna, what are you gonna say? And one from Germany, he said, if I'm your friend, I'm gonna be a really good friend. I'm gonna do every effort to tell you not to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to convince you every possible way not to do it. And I toy around with my friends, my male friends a lot, to say, maybe I need a boob job, and I always like it just to, and every one of them say, no, you don't need to.
Yeah.
And the same thing with these younger people. Some of them are 20, 24 years old. They say, no, I would not do that. I would not let you do that. And if I push them, and they would say, yeah, but if that's what gives you confidence, then what can I do? I'll have to be supportive of you. And if that's what gives you confidence, it comes to that point. So that would mean there is something in society that expect of us women. Maybe women expect of other women, or men buy into this big boob stuff or whatever that makes women feel uncomfortable, that we have to feel like I need to have this. And I don't know whether it's the sex industry or whether it was something else, but there is something that from the conversation I learned is that there is a sense of insecurity that pushes women to go and do that. And you'll be lucky if you're mature enough to understand that this is for a long run. It's not going to benefit anybody, and guys don't like it. And we need to talk more about this. Guys need to say out loud, you don't need it. We don't like it. Don't do it.
We just want natural. We just want natural women.
And then this guy said to me, like, I said, but what if a girl, like, they come in and they're so sexy with all that, and then but I will look, I would still be nice, but I wouldn't do anything with them.
Yeah.
And it's the saddest thing. One of them confessed to say, well, maybe I'll go to bed with them, but that's it. I won't choose them
Yeah.
to be a long-term partner, because that means, there's some psychological condition that I would have to deal with that for
Yeah.
the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And they say one of the person that I spoke with, it's a male person, he said that other than the psychological conditions, it's a physical health fear that they have. Like, if anything happened, I'm dragged into looking after it.
Yeah.
What if the surgery go wrong later
Yeah.
on, and I'm having to
Yeah.
but I mean, it's very hard for me to know, because I have friends who do that,
Yeah.
who's gone and do that, and they feel really sexy. They feel really sexy about themselves, and
Yeah.
they let me touch.
Yeah.
We are girls. Girls, we are very free. And it's very interesting. And I'm not judging them for that, because it's what makes them feel good about. And I tease them. I say, I need to get some. Tell me the doctor. Blah 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 blah. But it's so nice, because they kind of understand that now you don't need it.
Yeah.
And they never give me that.
Yeah.
Thing. But I like to joke like this, because it's make things lighter.
Yeah.
Make things like. You're not putting them in a situation where they feel judged.
Yeah,
It's just a conversation.
Yeah, and that's what we don't want to judge.
Yeah.
We don't.
But it's nice to converse about.
Yeah, I think it's about letting people be who they want to be. If that's what they want to do, let them do it without judgment.
But from your perspective as a man, just don't do it. Like, you guys don't like it.
Yeah, I for me, I'm attracted to natural women, and that's why I love women up around
But there
here.
are guys who do Botox and apparently, like,
Yeah,
I've seen the guys who become like Ken, the Barbies.
yeah.
What do you think what does it do to men, or to you as a man, when you see men who do that to themselves?
I just think you're insecure, and I think you're probably trying to fight age, and you're trying to look better, younger, for longer. For me, yeah, do that, but do it through exercise and health and self-care and love and natural things, because your inner being will shine through. Like, if you're happy with yourself, like, people will see, like, you like, it's like, the body is a barometer of the soul.
Yeah.
So if you've got all this stuff hanging off your body, that's not natural.
But that's the thing, that celebrities, they are great influences on ordinary people.
Yeah.
Who follows them, become fans of them. And there are celebrities who do that, and then they have the money. They have all the financial comfort to whatever renovate themselves, if you can say.
I think with the celebrities, that is their livelihood in a way, like, but also there is an insecurity. Like, I'm sure, they could transition into a different acting genre if they wanted to, but they're trying to get these roles that pay X amount of dollars. But I think they're just trying to keep relevant, and maybe it's a product of a sick society. Like, why does a man have to look a certain way at a certain age?
That's true.
Yeah, but I understand, like, if it meant, like, everyone has a price, right?
Yes.
And it's like, if you got an acting role and they said, well, yeah, you can take these injections or get these steroids and you're going to get paid $20 million if you look like this, you think, oh, well, that gives me, X amount of years, I don't have to do anything. But, some people might do that for $1,000. Some people might do it for 100,000. Or some people would be like, that's a non-negotiable no.
Yeah.
Maybe, and they go, well, I won't do that act. And maybe they pick up another role because they're more authentic. So it just depends on how much they want to be in the mainstream and go bend to what society is wanting. But there are celebrities that, don't wear makeup and don't get Botoxes.
Yes, there are. Oh, well, many. There are many. And also, men and women. They are. And they what you call, they practice really healthy lifestyle
Yeah.
as well, you know. And I've known some, and then they're really like ordinary, like
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
who don't need to.
Thank you.
No problem. I thought it was nice to have
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah, it's carried. It's beautiful.
Have you ever done any other thing than photography in terms of art?
Um, no, mostly just photography is the thing.
So
yeah.
how many years now by now? Because you did it in Sydney before. Right?
Yeah, so I've been a photographer for like probably 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah, ever since I was a kid. I was always
yes.
young and
What was it that got you into it in the very first place? Did you look at the camera or something? It's like, I want to do that.
I don't know. I just know I used to always be the kid with the camera. So
Okay.
I was always the one taking photos on holidays or, I don't know. I don't remember what, like when I remember like when I was about, I remember the first photo that I took was on film, and it was a black and white picture of a car driving in the dark, and it kind of lit up the whole. There's a road down the bottom of the hill, and it lit up the whole, like, looked like fire.
Oh.
And I was like, that was cool, and that's when I started thinking about
You
it.
start seeing things differently.
Yeah.
And when what was your first camera? Did you remember what camera you used?
Yeah, it was a Pentax film 35 millimeter camera, like a film camera.
Yeah, so it's a self-taught.
Yeah, self-taught.
Self-taught skill.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I did a course when I was like 22 or something, like just a community course.
Yeah, did it help?
Yeah. That taught me all the fundamentals, and then
Yeah.
I just literally just practiced and practiced and practiced.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing now, it's not necessarily my photography skills, it's more how to hold space for people. So that's the biggest thing.
Big difference.
Yeah, big difference. Like, you can be the best photographer with composition and lighting, but if you don't know how to make the person feel comfortable and authentic, it's not. Well, that's my style anyway. Yeah.
And when you have all these collections of photographs which you have, you hold an exhibition?
Well, I'm actually, funnily enough, like I've hardly printed any photos. I've literally printed about 2 or 3 photos.
Oh wow!
In my whole career. So I'm actually starting to print them now. I'm putting them up in my studio.
Oh, good.
But I should have an exhibition, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot. The reason I ask is a lot of photographers do exhibitions. For their stuff. I'm one of them who don't care. I don't care. I just, every time I take a shot, and if it's a night shot, I just say to myself, this is a great. No one documented that moment. It's just me.
Yeah.
It's just me and my camera, and I treasure that because I sometimes look back. Wow, that was a period in life that was so interesting, and it takes me to so many memory lanes. And so it's not necessarily that I want to project it to the world how good my technical skills or whatever what I captured. And so I don't bother with exhibition on photography.
Yeah.
But I do put some online. I'm just who look at so many things, so many beautiful photos online.
Yeah. But I think having an exhibition is important to be able to express what you want to.
Oh, could be really nice for sure.
Yeah.
I've seen some really nice, stunning images being exhibited around here of nature. A lot of the lighthouse shots that I see a lot as well.
Yeah.
But with human, not many.
Not many.
Yeah. So people's portraits are really interesting because you see, how some photographers like do things like you, where they hold space and they try to, if it's an inmate, let's say if they take photo of an inmate, how do they capture that essence of that person being an inmate? Because the lighting, the setting, and all, you have to have something that is very special about you to be able to see it in people, or to get people to project it.
Yeah.
And that's what sometimes the exhibitions are able to
Yeah.
show people's exhibiting their work, able to show this, because you look at a photo, yeah, for someone dancing, yeah, but then what emotion does it give? Can you actually see what the essence of a person may be, or you just simply like, oh, a dancing scenario?
Yeah.
And if you exhibit, it would be very interesting.
Well,
Could be nice also to have like, short video of people while you're taking the shot, and
yeah.
short video of little moving images of the short scenarios.
Yeah, like behind the scenes type of thing.
And do you do editing? Because I know someone who's a local photographer, and there's a lot of editing in the images.
Yeah.
And it's heavily Photoshop, and I don't know, I'm not so into the Photoshop stuff because it alters the
Yeah.
look, the genuine look of a person. You don't even see their pores anymore. It's so airbrushed.
Yeah, I don't do any airbrushing.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
great.
I do basic color corrections.
Oh, yeah,
I put maybe a filter on to give it a certain feel,
Oh yes, yeah.
but I don't airbrush. Yeah, I just never got into it.
It's like erasing something about
Yeah.
the person, isn't it? The essence
Yeah.
of the person when you airbrush. Like, I think it's nice to see the pores in people.
And it's them.
It is them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also very natural to be seeing human skin.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
And there are now what you call it, with AI.
AI, yeah,
technology.
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of crazy photos there that it's very interesting to see. But there are now, if you take blurry image, apparently you can give a command to AI
To bring it
apps
back.
and to say, depending on how good you are at giving commands, no matter how blurry the photos, it's just make it crystal clear.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't used that part.
Yeah.
I have started to play with editing with AI.
Yeah. What part do you edit with AI?
I'm just more I'll edit an image and I put it in, and I might just tweak something and just play with a few. I'm only just starting.
Yeah.
But I also have to kind of ask people's permission as well, if they want to be, because there's a whole, we don't know with this AI stuff, we don't know where it's going to go.
Right.
So, yeah, it's something I'm kind of on the just investigating at the moment.
In Denmark, they issued a law where people have every individual of the Danish citizen, they have the right. They copyright. They have the copyright to their own image and voice.
Yeah, right.
So people can't be recording you and put your voice into an AI actor voice or
Yeah,
something.
right.
Yeah, or your face, that sort of stuff. Do you think Australia should do that?
Yeah, I think we're
It's a privacy thing,
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think I'd love to do a conversation about this, but I do have to go to work in a minute.
Oh yes.
But I think we could do another one.
You can come back.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would love you to come back. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, I've got to start working in a minute.
I know.
But that went so fast. So
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I allow a lot of time. And I mean, I have friends who set up the alarm, and
Yeah.
all. It's like, oh, I still want to talk. So we just come back another time.
yeah, awesome.
For sure.
Because there's a whole thing.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
I'd
That's
like
why
to-
I invited you. Because
Yeah.
after we talked the last time, I just thought it was fabulous.
Yeah,
And I would love to bring in your partners for the dance.
yes,
The dance she'll be the first one to do the art through dance if she can come. It would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
awesome. Well, thank you for
so
having me.
much.
No
Thank you,
worries.
Brendan.
Thank you.
Thank you.